Lifeline in Palmistry. Can Lifeline tell you regarding how much you are going to live? When we talk about age of any particular person, can we predict age just by looking at the lifeline? The answer is no. We have to look at various portions of your palm to arrive at the conclusion. Even the length of the Mercury finger, this is the Mercury finger, this is the finger of communication and calculations. Even this can tell you regarding your age. If the finger of Mercury is short and it is not, it is like this is the ring finger. If it is of the length almost nearer to the top phalange line of the ring finger, the age is likely to be reasonably good. But imagine a situation that if the Mercury finger is short and it is kind of reaching only till this particular point of the ring finger, then the chances are that the age of that particular person can be less. So this is one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at the age, we can look at the heart line. See, the heart line, if it is damaged at some place, then the possibility of problems in your health arrive, and at the same time the age can also be less. Same goes with your headline as well. Now, but in this particular video we would concentrate more on only the lifeline. You would notice out here that I've mentioned the age out here. Just take a look. This is how we basically calculate the age, and a person can have a full lifeline. This is the lifeline. A person can have a full lifeline, yet the age may not be may not reach the 100 years of age. So the thing is that we have to arrive at the conclusion by looking at every aspect of your palm. Imagine a situation that, let's say that there is a very big problem line that is starting on the Mount of Mars negative, and it is coming and touching your lifeline. This is your lifeline we are talking about. So if it is a major line from the area of Mars negative that touches your lifeline, that can indicate to some problem regarding your health, and that problem can catapult into problems the death of that particular person. But don't think that each and every line would amount to death. If the line is very barely visible, see, many people would have, thousands of people would have barely visible line. This is the line, these kind of lines that I'm referring to. There would be plenty, there would be maybe 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20 lines like these. So even if you have barely visible lines, you don't need to worry too much about it, because these are only very small kind of problems that the person can face. Only when the line is extremely strong, only then we would say that it would have a major impact on your life. In few cases, I have also found that a person does have a break on the lifeline, and yet the person is still living. Like there's a break somewhere out here around the age of 28, and there's an overlapping line. So even if you have a break, don't worry too much about a death, because it is not very certain that 100% that every sign like a break or a major problem line would amount to death. It could just be a major problem that a person may suffer, and the person may just move ahead in their life. So the age markings you can already see out here. This is 6 years under the Mount of Jupiter. By the end of the Jupiter finger, it's roughly 12 years, then roughly towards the end 41 years out here. So this is how we basically calculate. While taking into account and predicting regarding the age of the particular person, what we should do is that we should look in which country the person is living in. Now, a person who is living in a very well developed country, where the person does have good like healthcare systems, there we can basically predict, we would increase the age of that particular person while predicting. And if a person is living in a very troublesome areas, there automatically the age may go down. Like, we would just take into account the average age of a country. Like, if it's a Western country, it could be certain age, the average age a person basically lives. And in a underdeveloped country, or a country that has war going on, there the age is going to be something different completely. So we have to take into account many things. We have to look practically before arriving at the conclusion. It's not that one line break, or like, we have to look at multiple things while making our final conclusion. If we go purely by the book, uh, like, the book basically mentions this kind of a drawing, and towards the end it is mentioned 100 years old. Normally I would say that people don't live till the age of 100. Very few people do. So and still, every person, they may have a line something like reaching till this particular point. So we would give an approximate age as 80, 85, or 70, 75. That's the approximate age we should basically arrive at. And there's no guarantee out here that, try to understand, there's no guarantee that we can predict the exact date according to the palmistry. We can just tell you how healthy you would be able to live. That is basically is possible. We can, and how productive the person is likely to be, and how energetic and how lively the person is likely to be. Those are the things that are easier to predict instead of purely age. Does that particular person has a fire within them? Is the person basically without stress and anxiety? By we look on the heart line, and how stable the basically the mind is, how cool the mind is. Those are the things that can be predicted. We cannot exactly pinpoint the age, even if the palmistry book mentions this kind of a formula to read how the age of the particular person. But if we look practically, it does not get applied. Even a simple thing like a short finger of Mercury, if the Mercury finger is short, not reaching the top line of the ring finger, this is the ring finger. And if it is substantially short, if you have got a minor short, even this point, it's okay. But if it's major short, that's when we can say that the life can be shortened. Now, the reason, we should be able to give certain reason why we are making such a conclusion. The reason being that finger of Mercury is the finger of communication and calculations and communication. So what are we here doing on Earth, the planet? We are basically communicating. So if the Mercury finger is short, the probability is that we would have a shortened communication, and probably that could lead to shortened life. So it is, I would basically tell you here again that it's not a guarantee that the person wouldn't live the full life, even if you have got a short Mercury finger. I'm just giving you a different interpretation, different way of reading, and it's up to you to take it or not to take it. And you have to basically reconfirm by looking at real life case scenarios. And I would end my video out here. Thank you for watching this video. Bye and take care.